And we are learning more about this evil killer couple. Syed Fayouk was an American citizen, but his wife, Tashfeen Malik, she came here on a special visa for fiancés of American citizens. How much screening did she get? Immigration lawyer Wayne Massey goes on the record. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
She was here on what's called a K-1 visa. What is that?
The K-1 visa is a visa used by American citizens who want to bring their fiancés to the United States. Essentially, they petition the government to classify individual abroad as a fiancé. And if the petition goes through DHS, then the case is forwarded to the Department of State for a consular interview.
All right. Now, in connection with this, I imagine there's some screening. I saw some reference in the State Department. They do extensive screening, and I looked a little bit deeper, and all that was said was they do fingerprints and some facial recognition software, which is not particularly extensive in my mind. Maybe they do more, but do you know how, quote, extensive this screening is?
I have some idea of how extensive it is. Essentially, they run the fingerprints, they run the photograph, as you learned on the website. They also run biographic information about the individual against FBI databases, international criminal databases, and other databases maintained by various agencies in the U.S. government. If a person has not created a flag in any of those databases, then they wouldn't come up in the security checks, obviously.
All right. Well, I guess that where I quibble with the State Department is in the definition of what is extensive. I mean, this is basically a woman with no record. She can come here on a K-1, right? I mean, that's essentially what it is.
Well, when you say no record, she has no criminal record, no security record of any kind.
Is there an interview?
There is an interview, yes. So there's an interview at the consular post. She's interviewed in person after her biometrics have been run. And even after that, as I understand it, she was able to apply for and was granted conditional residence status, which means she was also interviewed by DHS here in the United States. There just must not have been any flags.
So on the K-1 visa, she comes to the United States. She has to get married within 90 days. Provided she does, she then is eligible for a green card.
She's eligible to apply, yes.
Any idea the number of people who come in on these fiancé visas a year?
I don't know the exact number, but I think this past year it's somewhere around 35,000.
And is there a sort of a part of the world where they come from? Or do we have reciprocity? Are these countries that offer us something like a K-1 visa, Americans? We have reciprocity.
I don't know that we have reciprocity with all of them for fiancé visas, no. But many of them have good diplomatic relations with us, obviously. That's why we have consular posts there.
And do you have any idea what nations tend to be most represented in terms of K-1 visas?
I do not, sorry.
Wayne, thank you very much. I appreciate you.
All right, thanks for having me.